Alrighty folks, hello there. This is Alan recording another comprehensive Magic the Gathering Arena draft video. So, this is going to be the third video, and last video I grinded enough gems to get to do the Forgotten Realms draft challenge, which is about to end in a day and a half. So I think it's time for me to uphold my honor and fire off a Forgotten Realms draft now with my 3K gems, and hopefully I can get at least 2 draft tokens to make up for it. But yeah, since this is a pretty pricey event, we're bound to see some pretty good, powerful drafters and powerful decks that we'll have to face against. But we'll try to do our best. I might add an extra premier draft at the end of this best out of 3. There's a chance we could also get a very high win rates, and this video will only feature the deck that I draft and this Forgotten Realms challenge. But I could also, if I do end up losing early, then I'll just maybe just do a premier draft, which I've been having a ton of success doing AFR draft. It's not very difficult, honestly. Just kind of straightforward once you know the best archetypes and the power levels and the best commons in every color. There's not too many fun things except in blue, the worst color, which I think blue-black is probably the most fun archetype I'm interested in. Blue-white's also very fun if you can venture a million times. Same with maybe white-black. Blue-red I'm not a big fan of, but I will draft it if I see like a late Farida or a Feywild Trickster, which are probably the only real engines that drive the blue-red deck. The rare is pretty bad, so we're not going to waste our time thinking about it. Best cards in this pack are like Lurking Roper and Priest of the Ancient Lore. If I want to just force black-red stack, I could just take a Sepulchre Ghoul, which is pretty underwhelming. The other blue uncommons are fine. Eccentric Apprentice best in the blue-black unblockable deck, since you can make a creature unblockable once you finish the dungeon and connect. Rare Frost is also okay. Kind of a anti-red hate card, but even outside of dealing with red creatures, it just keeps the creature tapped. Between Lurking Roper and Priest, I think it's Lurking Roper, just a great 3-drop. Great blocker, and then white-green is one of the better archetypes in this set, and this is one of the great payoff cards. Typically speaking, if I didn't want to focus too much on synergy, I could just take the Priest, and either we end up in green-white or we don't. But I think the Lurking Roper has enough upside that I should just take it here. If in case we end up in white-green, and even outside of white-green, it's just an effective blocker in a green ramp deck, so I'll take a Lurking Roper. Pretty unexciting pack, but I'll take it. Wow. Tiamat. I mean, what else do I take here? There's a Celestial Unicorn if we want to focus more on the Lifegain theme. I mean, this is a lot of gems, so I don't really want to mess around and take a Tiamat, and this isn't real life. If this was real life, I could maybe just take Tiamat and draft it for the money. But Celestial Unicorn is another great Lifegain payoff along with the Lurking Roper, so I'm kind of tempted to just take the Celestial Unicorn. However, if Celestial Unicorn wasn't in this pack, I would probably still take Tiamat, but given that I just took the Lurking Rover, which wants to be in white-green anyways, I think I want to cut off white-green and take the Celestial Unicorn. Evolving Wilds is also a pretty reasonable pick. Tiamat would be fun to build around, and green is a decent base color which can help you splash. It's funny enough because green doesn't really have super amazing mana fixing, and black-red Treasures is the archetype which has the most fixing, so either way, it's going to be a little bit hard to cast Tiamat, so I'll take a Celestial Unicorn instead. And then a Priest of the Ancient Lord looks great. There's also the Mythic Uncommon in the last set. I mean, when the first set started, everyone was raving Plate Armor, which is a great card, don't get me wrong, but it's still a little bit difficult to equip, and outside the red-white equipments deck is not amazing. And the Priest of the Ancient Lore is the best white common, and also enables life gain, so easy Priest of the Ancient Lore. If we were to take the Tiamat, we would be looking at the You Happen on the Glade, which can help fix for Tiamat. But even if we can cast Tiamat, and if we don't have any dragons, it's not amazing. So there needs to be a lot more things that needs to happen consistently in your deck before you can make the whole Tiamat thing work. The number of dragons that you put in your deck, the amount of fixing, and the amount of ramp. But the Priest is perfect here, plays pretty well with the 2 first picks. And here, nothing amazing. We could have a bit of a venture theme with the Delver's Torch. There's also the Ray of Frost, which could be fine. Nothing amazing. Deadly Dispute. There's also the Bow Strength if we want to be more aggressive. If we were to move out the white-green Lifegain deck, we could consider something else here. White-black. I mean, there's Clattering Skeleton with a bit of a venture theme. If we end up in white-blue venture, we could consider the Ray of Frost. Or I could just take a Delver's Torch anyways, since, I mean, our first venture to the venture of the Mad Mage can gain us a life, so maybe it's fine taking the Delver's Torch and just sticking kind of white here. Bull Strength could be more reasonable if we're more aggressive as well, but I think I want to lean towards white more since I'm more heavily favored towards with the 2 first white cards, so Delver's Torch can be okay. We can have, sometimes in white-green you could also have a bit of a venture theme if we pick up like the Wandering Troubadours and other cards. This pack is just awful. In case we end up in white-black venture, which is a speedrun dungeon deck, we could just take a Zombie Ogre. Bard class is pretty unplayable. Spike Trap is whatever. So yeah, I'll maybe speculate on black a bit. There's also Dueling Rapier if we end up in red-white equipments, but Zombie Ogre probably has a little bit more synergy if I end up in white-black. A fine payoff card for venturing, but not great. Could just take a Rally Maneuver as a good combat trick. Pretty powerful, and white is kind of aggressive in this set, so I don't mind taking the Rally Maneuver. The other black commons are fine. Like, I did say Deadly Dispute was one of the best black commons in the set, but only if you really play in a Treasures deck, and it doesn't seem like we're going to end up in Treasures. So I'll take a Rally Maneuver here. It has a bit of life gain synergy as well if we end up white-green. And then I guess there's a late Charm Sleep, but there's also just a Clattering Skeleton, and we do have Delver's Torch and Zombie Ogre, so I don't mind maybe ending up in the black-white speedrun dungeons deck, which is an okay archetype as well. And we might just abandon the life gain theme with the Celestial Unicorn, but we might still play it since you can gain some life as well. And then in case we still end up life gain, we can maybe take a Potion of Healing, which still cantrips itself and can enable the Celestial Unicorn or Lurking Roper. But green does seem cut off, red does seem cut off. It seems like the Esper colors are the most open colors here. And yeah, that's a pretty late Manticore, so I'll try it. And then maybe we can take another Zombie Ogre. Could still take the Direwolf Prowler if we somehow magically end up in white-green. Second Zombie Ogre isn't the worst, but we have one already, so I could always just speculate on the Direwolf Prowler in case we end up in white-green and there's a late You Happen on the Glade, which is quite good. Devout Paladin is fine too, but I think I'll take a You Happen on the Glade, which is a pretty good card if we do end up in white-green. Also helps us splash and ramp, and I'll take a late Bull Strength. So we could still end up in white-green, honestly, so I'm not going to count it out. Green did seem kind of cut off. But, I mean, the black cards aren't amazing either. They do have good synergy in the white-green venture deck, but it's not, like, amazing. Like, these cards aren't, like, high-tier cards or anything. So there's a chance we still end up in life gain, and I'm fine with that. Rangers class is a bomb, so I'll take it. No amazing black cards. Maybe if we were heavy, venture, Precipitous Drop could be pretty good. But, yeah, Rangers class is a bomb, so I don't mind just trying to force white-green. Even though green seems kind of cut off in the late pack, we still got a Direwolf Prowler and a You Happen on the Glade, which are pretty good. And then we can still end up splashing a third color with the You Happen on the Glade. But Rangers class is the bomb. I'm not passing that up. And here, Hill Giant Herd Gorger is pretty good. Has some life gain synergies. We have some Dungeoners, a Dungeon Payoff card with Dungeon Crawler, but it's not amazing. Wanty Fangblade is also fine. But yeah, Hill Giant Herdgorger is a nice top-end card. Also gains us life, so I'll take it. Hoping I can find more life gain payoffs, of course. Might not need to play the Delver's Torch unless we do open up like Wandering Troubadour or some more adventure synergies. Not a big fan of the Loathsome Troll, but I do like the Owlbear a lot. I wouldn't mind also a Veteran Dungeoneer, which I've been reading on the 17's Lands data, which is also an overperformer. So if it wasn't for Owlbear, I wouldn't mind taking a Veteran Dungeoneer as a good 4-drop, and we don't have much on 4. But Owlbear is fantastic, just a great common, and happy seeing that the person to my right-hand side is passing all these good green cards. Ooh, Veteran Dungeoneer is great. I mean, Triumphant Adventure, nothing amazing else in this pack. So I could end up splashing black for this. And if we end up opening something like, I don't know, a Power Word Kill, we could splash for it. The Mace is fine, nothing exciting, same with Find a Path. So, yeah, I could expect it on this Triumphant Adventure, which does share white. And, yeah, I'll take it here. Just a great card. And, okay, there's a Bulette, Ranger's Hawk, some okay black cards. I do like playing our ally a lot. And Bulette's fine, but we don't have a ton of like damage-based removal, which can really trigger it. Choose a Weapon's also very situational at times as well. Ranger's Hawk has a bit of Venture synergy. We can equip a Delver's Torch onto it, but that's pretty much it. I think this deck is just trying to do big things and ramp into big things and curve out, so I'll take a Planar Ally. Solid flyer that can help us close out the game. Not a big fan of you have meet in a tavern, just too slow to get going. Silvered Shepherd, however, could be pretty nice with Celestial Unicorn and the Lurking Roper, so I think this is better off in our life gain deck, which is what Green-White is trying to do. We don't have much on at 4 again, but you meet in a tavern honestly hasn't been amazing in my experience. You can maybe use the pump ability to help close out, but I'll still take a Silvered Shepherd. I just don't think it's a necessary card, and I'll take a Temple has to serve as a dual land, given that I already have a Sylvan Shepherd. Don't need to play a million copies. And wow, another Celestial Unicorn is fantastic, and another you meet in a tavern. Funny, no one values this card. It's just not great. I'll take another Celestial Unicorn now. And yeah, the deck is coming together. So I'm actually happy playing this Potion of Healing. And we now have 3 life gain payoff cards. How many life gain do we have? 1, maybe 2 if we venture into Dungeon and Mad Mage. 3. If this attacks 4, 5, 6. So we do have a decent amount of ways to trigger life gain. So we are set up for a nice life gain deck. So hopefully next pack we can maybe pick up some good cards like Prosperous Innkeeper, which would be fantastic. Maybe Trollasara, since we're lacking 2s. Yeah, we don't have much 2s. And now this Tempo can also help us fix for black as well, which I just realized right now. In case we don't get any 2s, I'll take a Keen-Eared Sentry, but it's not a card I'm happy to play. Maybe we don't have any 4s, and Bulette is a necessary filler, kind of. I'd rather just play the Dungeoneer, honestly, on 4, since you can play Celestial Unicorn into the Dungeoneer, which can trigger life gain. And as I say that, we see the Dungeoneer. Okay, I'll take it over the other 5-drops. I would actually prefer the Paladin over Loathsome Troll, since we're kind of aggressive, and we're looking to curve out, but Dungeoneer is nice on 4. Does seem better than Bulette. So we should have enough creatures at the end of this draft. Bull Strength could be a nice combat trick if we're lacking removal. Yeah, we just don't have enough removal, I just realized that. Sometimes you can just outgrind them with enough value in creatures that you don't care about removal too much. We have 2 combat tricks, Rangers class, Bull Strength and Rally Maneuver. I guess this is also a Death Touch creature that we're happy to splash. Delver's Torch is one of the more weaker cards that I'm not too fond of. But we'll see. Wow, Paladin class. Okay, Paladin class and Rangers class, why not? Otherwise, I'd be looking at an Owlbear, but yeah, Paladin's class is a bomb. And, okay, there's a 2-drop, which can help us block and gain some life. I'm also liking the Arboreal Pegasus, giving us an evasive threat. Don't have much early game creatures. I could argue the Dawnbringer Cleric. Honestly, in this type of deck, I wouldn't fault taking this over the Arboreal Pegasus, but in a vacuum, the Pegasus is just a better card. We could use an extra flyer, which can help us close out the game. We don't have a ton of flying, so I'll take the Pegasus here, hoping I can get a Cleric later, which can help us gain life or act as a 2-drop blocker, or a way to remove enchantments could be useful. Ooh, Priest. Priest is great. Although we're stacked at 3, it's definitely not going to take a Dragon's Disciple over it, and it's by far the best card in this pack. So easy Priest. I might have to play the Scout Herbalist or Key Knight Sentry if I don't pick up enough 2s. I'd probably end up playing this Herbalist just to have more ways to maybe gain value from ramping. And we have a ton of 3-drops that we don't mind double spelling with. But I could use like a Steadfast Paladin on 2, that would be amazing with these double Celestial Unicorns. Green Dragon's like whatever. I think it's Owlbear time, right? Also Evolving Wilds could help us fix, but Owlbear is just too good. So we're mostly going to try to rely on creatures and combat tricks to help us close out the game, and our classes, Paladin class and Rangers class. It's kind of sad that I don't have any 2-drops outside the Venturer that we're also looking to splash, so we're probably going to have a weird curve, but Rangers class, I guess, is a 2-drop, and Potion can cantrip. So I might be forced to play Herbalist on 2, which is kind of sad. Ooh, I do like Portable Hole, though. We don't have much removal. The Inspiring Bard could also be fine, has some life gain, can help us pump, but I think we need the Portable Hole, since that can help us deal with an early creature, and Portable Hole is quite good. Also can deal with class enchantments as well. There is a Plate Armor, but there's also Spoils of the Hunt, which is probably going to be my pick. We don't have much equipments to really make this cheap. We have a Veteran Dungeoneer already, some good top end, so Spoils gives us a good removal spell. And then, okay, could take a You Hear Something on Watch. Yeah, it also counts as a removal spell, and we don't have much on 2, so if the opponent's developing the battlefield, we could use something that can take it out. So yeah, You Hear Upon, yeah, so we can play that, and then none of these really matter. I'll take a Your Ambush Upon the Road. So Bull Strength, Rally Maneuver are kind of our combat tricks, and I do like that You Happen on a Glade and can get back some of our powerful permanents, and can also help us fix for Triumphant Adventure. These are the 2 more questionable cards in the deck. Don't think I need another Direwolf Prowler. So this is not going to be a typical curve out deck where we play turn 2 and curve out, most likely. So we're trying just more like a white-green mid-range deck. Might play the Scout Herbalist. I guess I'll take a Spike Pit Trap, since we have a Herbalist in the sideboard already. So as much as I like Rally Maneuver, it might not fit the curve, and I might have to cut it for maybe the Scout Herbalist. But the Scout Herbalist is just so bad. Ramp would be nice, but maybe it's still fine. Yeah, maybe it's just so weak. The Scout Herbalist is just so bad, I might as well not even play it. And just try to get to the late game with the rest of these other cards. Rally maneuver can lead to a blowout if we're able to stabilize and get through. But yeah, maybe this is just it. So turn 3 is kind of like where the game begins. Alright, so looking at the sideboard, the only card I can maybe consider is the Spike Pit Trap, or Choose Your Weapon. Everything else, I don't think I need to find a path, even though it does help me ramp. I'd rather just have you happen on the Glade. And given that we have a lot of 3s, I don't really want any of these two. Could cut the Prowler for maybe the you find a path. We have some decent top end to ramp into, but not much. I mean, just a couple of 5s and 1 6 drop. The ramp does help us play 2 3 drops in one turn. So kind of 6 mana is where we want to be in this type of deck. I still think maybe this is fine. And then the mana base, definitely don't mind throwing in 1 swamp. And then the rest of the other colors, I think we're leaning towards white more, so we could favor white a bit and go like 8-7 and then 1 swamp for the Triumphant Adventure and take it from there. Also don't mind a Potion of Healing, can help us stabilize a bit and gain us life. So it seems a lot better than the Skeld Herbalist, which I'm actually considering because it can help us ramp, but meh, this seems fine. Let's try this out. Picture. Which card do we think is going to be MVP? Maybe Celestial Unicorn. But we have both Ranger class and Paladin class, which is incredibly busted, so we'll fire this off. Yeah, we'll play. Keep in mind this is best out of 3. I forgot about sideboard. Okay, I mean, can always cycle the potion, play Celestial Unicorn, play Priest, and I'm fine keeping a 2-lander if we can cycle this on turn 2. So hoping to get my 3rd land at least. If not, I might cry. 3rd land, please. Okay. So we might not get a 3rd land, and that could be a problem. Okay, 3rd land is great, so definitely want to lead with the Unicorn. And no Dragon's Fire, so that does make me happy. Okay, the Moonblast Cleric can trade for it though. Could still attack and maybe activate Bull Strength. So he's probably saving the Minimus Containment for the Celestial Unicorn. So I could attack and try to Bull Strength, but he's just going to use the Minimus Containment on the 3-2 anyways. So I probably don't even want to attack. I probably just been fine playing out Priest to ensure I hit my land drops. Just need to keep drawing cards to hit my lands. And then we'll just say go. Probably not going to attack since I want him to use the containment on the 4-3. And this can trade for the 3-2, so it's basically trading down if I decide to attack, which I don't think it's worth. I'll block here. This seems like a fine trade. Dungeoneer, so I can attack past the Dungeoneer now. Since if I play the Dungeoneer, I can gain a life off of it. I think that's better than Owlbear. I guess I can Paladin's class and Dungeoneer, because I do want to get him for 5 before he uses this to blow me out. I could also threaten to attack in Bull Strength and play Sylvan Shepherd, but then if he doesn't block it, this isn't a great blocker. So I think the right play is Dungeoneer here and then Paladin class. Yeah, we'll just Dungeoneer here and gain a life off of the Mad Mage. Mage's Dungeon. Could also sack the potion to get in an extra damage, which might be worth it as well. Yeah, might be worth it. Because I just want to get in that extra damage. And yeah, sacrificing this could be fine. Before he kills this with the Minimus Containment, I just want to get in. I could also just take 3. Okay, he plays a Devout Paladin, so pretty interesting. And he attacks. Okay, I guess this has Vigilance. So if we do attack with the Celestial Unicorn, what happens? He double blocks. I can Bull Strengthen, kill both creatures, and that can be quite strong. And then follow with Sylvan Shepherd. I think I like that. That's totally fine. I could also attack with a Dungeoneer. Okay, no blocks. Jesus. I think this is asking for Death Wish or something. And if he locks down the Owlbear, I can just play the Hill Giant Herd Gorger, grow this in attack, so yeah. Wow, uses on the Owlbear, no respect for the 6/5. Okay, no respect. Playing Barbarian, no artifacts. Okay, I guess I can just grow this out of range. Alright, that's kind of cute. I guess if I don't get a land, I can't play Herd Gorger, but yeah, Rally Maneuver is just a blowout. Yeah, I mean, Bull Strength is also blowouts. All of these cards are a blowout. Let's just attack, and then it could just be game over here. So I probably want to give this Toughness or Bull Strength to blow him out. Okay, he's going to do that instead. Definitely order Veteran Dungeoneer first. So what if I use Bull Strength here? I mean, I guess it's lethal if I use Rally Maneuver, and this gains it +2/+0 on first strike. Or Bull Strength. Any one of them will do. Obviously, you want to play the cheaper cards, so yeah, we'll just Bull Strength here. And it's pretty much game over. Maybe should have ordered it correctly, but I was planning to maybe Rally Maneuver. So opponent in the red-white deck didn't seem too many equipments. I don't think I need to change much of anything. Didn't see too many art flyers either. So I think this is fine, and we have a decent amount of combat tricks, so we'll just go for it again. Overall, his deck didn't seem too scary. Didn't see a lot of removal, and just gave me time to just grow my Celestial Unicorn. So we do have Paladin class, but we don't have anything else. This hand is a little bit awkward. No creatures to go along with Spoils class or Bull Strength, or Planar Ally or Hill Giant Herd Gorger. We're on a draw, so I mean we could top deck into something. But seeing the opponent's deck, he did seem kind of aggressive, so I think we want some early game Solve. And then we still got our Paladin class and a good 3-drop, so I think we'll keep here. And I think we need to land. So I think I'm tempted to just get rid of the Sylvan Shepherd here and take it from there. Yeah, it seems fine. Can play off curve, that's fine. I'm not planning to level the Paladin class anytime soon. Gargoyle, so he's going to start. So he's a red-white venture deck. So he might start equipping and venturing. I could keep up you hear something on watch, but it's a little bit mana inefficient. He does get to trigger venture, but I still think I want to get out the priest just to play, just to be mana efficient here. And then next turn maybe we can keep this up. Could also have a combat trick. Like, I honestly don't care about this too much. Like, I get venturing can be powerful if you do a million times, but if you can't, then it's really nothing I need to concern too much about. Rangers Hawk, I think I'm fine trading Priest for it. Could have leveled up Rangers class, but the trade here is fine. He could also have a combat trick, but I'll try to do it. And then hopefully he doesn't have any pump spells. So I'm just kind of banking on the fact that he doesn't have any pump spells. But I still think I might have to do this. Actually, we want to let him venture first to see what he does. And hopefully this resolves. No pump spells, please. Didn't see any in the last game, so this was nice. Hoarding Ogre, a little bit annoying. Celestial Unicorn, the Priest is nice. The question is, I could also just trade for the Hoarding Ogre. I guess like we want spoils onto this next turn, so playing this is fine. I guess I can't even kill it, so never mind. I'll just take 4 and have it make treasures. Opponent completes a dungeon, so any dungeon payoff can be quite scary here. So if I top deck a land, what I can do is I can activate Paladin class. I mean, I guess it's fine just playing out the Celestial Unicorn and waiting next turn. Attack for 3 and then take 4 again and then try to maybe gain more value. I mean, I don't like him attacking with these treasures, and wow, he has double Cave of the Frost Giant. Didn't see that one coming. Okay, so he's going to hit me for 8, which is a ton of damage. And this also has first strike, but I don't think I'm blocking. Just there's no good value for doing this. I'll take it here. So he's doing the Oubliette. Not Oubliette, I mean Tomb of Annihilation. Veteran Dungeoneer, okay. So we can potentially level up the Paladin class and then... Actually, it's 3 mana, so it's not even that great. Yeah, I'll discard a Planar Ally. Don't want to take too much damage. Play land. So we could activate this. Maybe it's better off to just play Priest here and then see what's up. I could also chump and trade one. I think I need to trade 1 and chump, since I might need the extra creature to have a fight spell backup. I mean, either way, with double Cave of the Frost Giant, it's not going to be easy winning this. I was missing my land drops, which was definitely really punishing. Yeah, he's just gonna use the other one, drain me for 2. I'll take 2. Yeah, I think this is my only way out. Take 3. And hopefully play Hill Giant Herdgorger to stabilize. I guess I'm dead now with the, I guess he can make a 4/4 Death Touch now. Yeah, so yeah, I think he has it. I can't think of anything, he's just playing too much. Okay, you got it. Okay, so, alright, there's a potential I can lose this. Opponent had a pretty insane start, and I had the mulligan. How about you? Your ambush in the road is also not bad. Since the opponent's being aggressive, we can use this as a 1-mana combat trick that can maybe get a good block off. But it's also not a fantastic card. The Direwolf Prowler seems kind of underwhelming. I do like the rest of these other cards though, so maybe I just cut the Direwolf Prowler and then just play your ambush on the road which can be a nice defensive card that we could use to set up a good block. Yeah, I think that's fine. I can also consider choose a weapon, but that's pretty expensive. I guess he also has dragons I don't mind taking out with choose your weapon, but I still think the mana efficiency of your ambush on the road could be better, so I'll try it. Terrible hand on the play. Need white mana. I mean, I just need one white mana to cast Priest. Maybe it's still worth it. This can be completely bad if I don't get white mana. I mean, with 6 forces, how many planes can I get? I'll eventually draw planes. Yeah, you know what? Let's risk it. With 6 forests, I'll eventually draw planes. That's my belief. Okay. Alright, this could be bad, but we also have some good green expensive creatures to play, like Herdgorger. So we're not in the worst spot, since the opponent is also playing a slow game of do nothing. And yeah, I guess we can scry now with the Veteran Dungeoneer, since I might want to save the Lifegain for something else. For a Celestial Unicorn once I have it. Celestial Unicorn seems good. Chaos Channeler I'm happy to trade off. Probably fine maybe double blocking or putting the Dungeoneer in front. If he uses a removal spell, I can... Okay, I guess I'll double block this. Or if he's not going to attack, and he's not attacking, okay, so I guess the Hildron Herdgorger seems great here, and then I can just stay back and start enhancing my Celestial Unicorn, and wait until I get double white mana to Rally Maneuver and play Priest. I could also just attack the next turn. Containment, sure. I think I trade here with the 3-4. Hopefully no pump spells. It's not the worst. Ranger class seems pretty good. Should have maybe... Okay, I guess I can play Owlbear here, which is really nice. I can also level this up. Can also play Priest and keep up 2 mana. I guess it's 2 mana. So what I can do is I can also just play Priest here. But Owlbear also blocks really well, but Priest is also pretty decent. Yeah, you know what? Let's just get the Owlbear out. Use our treasure. And attack for 4. Not sure if I want to offer to trade with the 4-4, since this with Rally and Maneuver kind of blows them out, so... Elemental, sure. Hopefully he low rolls. Sacrifices 2 permanents, that's rude. I think the wolf has to go, and then maybe a land. And I think I'll try to attack with both and Rally Maneuver to blow him out. I guess I might as well level up Rangers class then. Yup. Yeah, we'll grow the Unicorn. See what's up. Not a complete blowout, but definitely very strong turn for me. Opponent can animate the Cave of the Frost Dragon into a 3-4. Opponent's also trying being hyper aggressive here. I mean, I don't think he should be aggressive if I'm gaining life, so kind Kind of questionable for the opponent to do this, but... And you hear something on watch is pretty good. Yeah, I think we just want to play priest here. If I attack with both, he's probably just going to chump block this 6-5. So I'm probably down to just attack with a 4-4. I think I'll play priest first though, to maybe hit a land drop. And still find chump blocker in the meantime. Portable hole. Yeah, I could just attack with the owlbear. Force a chump. But he's going to start getting him in the flyer, so you know what, I'll just attack with both here. And put a counter on the owlbear and chump maybe the 4-4. And then if he isn't careful, he should be dead next turn. I should be able to survive this turn too. So I could just take it and then just try to swing back and try to get in for lethal. I could also chump here, which isn't the worst. So I don't take a million. Moonblessed Cleric. He can also activate the Cave of the Frost Dragon, so I gotta be careful as well. So I could actually play the Ouroboreal Pegasus and fly the Celestial Unicorn over to force him to chump. I think I like that. And then we also have, you hear something on watch, so this forces him to activate the dragon and chump. Put a counter here. He can also double block, but then he's dead. Yep. And if he doesn't block here, then we'll just pump in just GG's, so, yep. Alright, easy win. I mean, it wasn't that easy because I did lose the second game, but I think our deck quality was definitely higher than our opponents. A little bit of a weird hand too. On the draw, and maybe it's not that bad. We have enough lands to play our 4 and 5 drop. And we have some decent 2 and 3 drops we can draw into. Celestial Unicorn or Dungeoneer, so I'll try it. It's a pretty slow hand, but not the worst. Oh, potion is good. Didn't have to show him the green mana, but... Ooh, kills my potion. Or makes a treasure. I think he wants to make a treasure, maybe, since... unless he knows I have heavy Lifegain synergy, he might take this out. Okay, fine, maybe trading the Wolf Prowler or just keeping it back. Might just take 2 if he decides to attack, because I can pump this later and this blocks off the 2/2 effectively. I need to eventually get double green as well for the owlbear, so that's a little bit of a problem. I mean, I can afford to take 2 because this also heals me, so plate armor is insane. Okay, that's going to be rough to deal with. So I might want to trade this off, because if he equips plate armor onto this, that could be hard to deal with. So I actually think it's maybe correct trading here. Just want to lower the amount of creatures that he has. And I don't really need to play Veteran Dungeoneer, since I can always attack and untap it with the life gain. So I think what we want to do is name green and then play out the Lurking Roper, just to get this tap land down to maybe have the ability to draw into play Owlbear. So he does nothing. I could just attack and then play Owlbear and then untap it with the Potion of Healing the next following turn, or Veteran Dungeoneer, whichever one. So yeah, taking out the Plundering Barbarian, trading for it was worth it, I say. You might want to take out the Potion of Healing now, but makes a treasure instead. I still think we might want to attack here. If he spends his whole turn trying to equip, that's fine. I just want to maybe outrace him in the meantime. Just maybe force him to equip. He might just stay back, but I can Bull Strength to run him over. So this basically forces him to either to find a removal spell or to equip. And now he can equip here, but then I'm fine still attacking here. So what I want to do here is I want to activate the potion to gain 3. This way I can have Bull Strength and cast Sylvan Shepherd and attack with both. And then force him to block and use Bull Strength to blow him out. And then play land, play Sylvan Shepherd. Next turn we can untap Lurking Roper with the Hill Giant Herd Gorger or Veteran Dungeoneer, and he's far behind here. He needs a cheap creature to equip the plate armor too. And I can just try to start chipping in to get in for a ton of damage. So yeah, Lurking Roper, an overperformer. Great card in the Lifegain deck. Definitely a sleeper when the set came out. Monk, unfortunately, I guess he wants to play a second spell or equip. That's fine. I mean, I do have the pump spell to blow him out, so yeah, I think I like that. We'll play the Veteran Dungeoneer instead. Dungeon of the Mad Mage. I could also attack with the Sylvan Shepherd, but I think that's a little bit too questionable, so we'll try this instead. And then pump. And yeah, without equipments, yeah, the plate armor is not going to do much. Wow, Meteor Swarm, but he's still dead if I untap the Lurking Roper, so yeah, not a bad card, but yeah. As we all know, Lurking Roper is MVP. So yeah, we'll just get in there and smash him to death. Basically giving him vigilance. So the opponent has Meteor Swarm, a bunch of equipment, some Plundering Barbarians. So artifacts aren't going to be great against him. So might have me question the purpose of Portable Hull. There's also Choose Your Weapon. We can use this as a pump spell. Opponent doesn't have a ton of flyers for it. Your Ambush Upon a Road is medium. Since the plate armor can pump the creature a ton, it's not great. So I still think we go for this composition. And the good thing about the Plundering Barbarian is that it doesn't deal with my class enchantments, only deals with really Portable Hull and Potion of Healing, which it didn't target necessarily, so I think we still keep it as it is. And hopefully he just doesn't get plate armor. Okay, Rangers class is great. And then Potion of Healing can also be pretty powerful. Could play the Monk, but doesn't want to. I'll name Black with this since we're splashing for the Triumphant Adventure, which we could top deck next turn, technically speaking. Probably see a Plundering Barbarian. He could Mimic Containment the Rangers class, but that would still slow him down. Plundering Barbarian, okay. So we can level this up and attack for 3. Which is probably better than Potion. Or Priest. I think we want to level this up. Like, I could Priest to be more mana efficient. But, yeah, I could Priest to be more mana efficient. But, I mean, leveling this up is also really powerful, so we can get in some good attacks. And then we can just keep chipping in and growing our creatures. Next turn, the Pegasus can still block this. And this will hit for 5 next turn, which is insane. Monk can maybe play a second spell to enhance it. Portable Hole, okay, on my Rangers class, not bad. Don't really have any artifact removal. Plated armor is kind of scary, so I think I need to be aggressive against this opponent. Although both opponent just attacks here, so no respect. Yeah, we'll just play the Pegasus. Fly this over, and then he might equip next turn and attack. But we can still block a 2/2 all, hopefully. Brunor is busted, and he can equip this for 0. Yeah, Brunor is definitely a bomb. I'll take a random 7 damage. Lurking Roper could be fine. I mean, I don't really want to take 7, but we might be forced to double block this Monk. Or I can play the Priest to maybe find an answer and use this as a chump blocker. Nah, let's just get the Roper. Maybe should have drew a card first off the Potion, so a little bit of a misplay maybe. Could also attack for 3, but I want to keep this back against Brunor. I can maybe take 7 one more time and then take it from there. I can take 7 one more time and then try to set up a Hill Giant. I can also attack for the Lurking Roper next turn as well, and then play the Hill Giant to untap it. Priest, so find chump blocker. Still think I'm attacking with the Lurking Roper. Not sure if I'll attack with the 3/3. Oh, he's equipping onto Brunor, so maybe trading for Brunor here is fine. Since Brunor is really scary. Yeah, I might double block Brunor here. Is it worth it? I think it is worth it because, yeah, he's just going to give him 0 every single turn. And hoping he doesn't have any 1-mana shenanigans. But yeah, I'm doing the trade here for Brunor. It's just too good. Triumphant Adventure. It's a Death Toucher. But Hill Giant Her Gorge is pretty sweet here too. Can block basically any creature he equips the plate armor onto. A removal spell, that feels bad. I can at least sack it to gain some life. I'll take 6. Could play Priest and then I guess... Yeah, I guess Priest into Owlbear is pretty good. Or Priest into another Priest. Yeah, I guess Priest into another Priest into Triumphant Adventure could be fine. just keep playing out those priests. And then once we kill all of his stuff, he won't have anything to equip onto, so I think it's still fine playing it out like this. Barbarian. I just take out my potion, but I think he wants to equip here. And I'll happily trade for whatever he equips onto. I'm hoping he actually equips onto the monk, so then he doesn't. So then I can trade for it, which I think is worth doing. Valor Singer, okay, so he wants to enhance the monk, but the 1/1 can still trade off for it. So this is fine, and I think this is fine. You hear something on watch is excellent. Should have kept up maybe 1 white mana. I guess I'll play a white mana now, and then threaten to maybe... Yeah, I'll just sack it now. Although I could have some life gain synergy, so I'll attack for 2. And then maybe you hear something on watch can deal with a plate armor creature. Or I can just gain life and take it. I'm actually happy that he equipped there, so I'm probably going to use the removal spell on it, and hopefully no shenanigans. I mean, how much is this ward 1? Is it ward 1? Yep. And that slows him down, and then we can also gain life, so now we can happily attack. And he's forced to chump. Just takes it. Alright, I guess he was a little bit disenfranchised with our match, but yep. Pretty easy victory. And yeah, we're still 2-0, so 1 more win and we can get back 2 draft tokens, which makes up for the 3k gems that we spent. We'll love the Steadfast Paladin in this deck. And yeah, just 1 more win and we can get 2 draft tokens, so there's definitely a lot of value to be gained doing this. Right. On the play, Rangers class is great. Yeah, the most the worst feeling in this game is like playing against someone with Rangers class. I don't think I want to level it. I mean, I'm fine trading off the Wanty Malson. I think it's fine offering to trade because I have the priest to follow up, so I'll trade for this. And that's a rare, so if he doesn't want to trade, we'll just develop the board instead. Just want to be mana efficient. So the blue-black unblockable deck. Wanty Malson, one of the best 2-drops in that deck as well. Could be pretty scary again if the opponent plays Soul Knife Spy. I think I'll level here even though I know the opponent's going to trade. I think it's worth doing. And I'll probably pump Priest of the Ancient Lord to maybe force a trade here. And I'm fine maybe taking out the Wanty Malison with the Eager or something on watch so he doesn't keep venturing. Because I don't really want him making a treasure token, so... I think I just want to get value off of the top of our library. I could also just play the Hill Giant Herd Gorger. It really depends. Yeah, as much as I would love to play the Arboreal Pegasus to dig deeper into my deck, I think I just want to get the Hill Giant Herd Gorger, but let's attack first. And he doesn't have anything. Hopefully there's no counter spell, so I'll play the Hill Giant Herd Gorger. Okay, that's really good. Make me sacrifice my enchantment, so I didn't get too much value off of it, other than enhancing my threats, but still pretty strong if I can Arboreal Pegasus and hit and fly over and hit him for 8 next turn. So opponent does have a pretty cool deck though, not gonna lie, but yeah, we'll just fly over for 1 million. If he takes out my flyer, I mean I can still attack with all. He can chump or he can trade. Reaper's Talisman, so he might attack here to trigger. And definitely no blocks, obviously. Yeah, I'll take a hit from Krydle. I could also trade for Krydle, which isn't the worst. So let's see, he's going to gain 4. So next turn, what if I attack with all? Let's say he trades here, chumps. If I trade here, what happens? He trades here, blocks here. Yeah, I don't really want to trade here. I would just happily take 1, have him gain the extra life, and then swing back with all. So looking at that deck, the opponent didn't have a ton of removal, no counter spells. He does have a cool unblockable theme in his deck, but overall, nothing too amazing that I want to sideboard out. Didn't see too many flyers with choose your weapon, so I still think we keep it as it is and hope for the best. Opponent does have a strong blue-black unblockable deck. I mean, looking at his rares and uncommons, they're all pretty good. But Rangers class on 2 is just such a beating. Portable Hole is not bad. can answer the Wanti Fangblade early. No early creatures, but I still think this is fine. Opponent's on the play. Shambling Gas, I don't care too much about. If he plays Wizard's Class, I could exile it. Fangblade could be annoying. Vampire Spawn, sure. Probably want to keep my creature around for spoils, potentially. So I'll probably take 3 here. No reason to block. Wanti Fangblade. Okay, Paladin class isn't bad. I can pump my creature. Could also use Rally Maneuver. Spoils on the Wanti could be fine, so what I could do is I can just play the Paladin class. I could also level it, but I think we just want to spoils here and maybe attack for 3 since I'm not playing the block. And next turn we can pump this up. The funny thing is I don't want to invest too much mana into this because he does have the Baleful Beholder. Drider is scary. So I probably want to keep up the Rally Maneuver ability. I could also play Planar Ally and maybe trade off for it. Which could be a thing. If he has removal, that could be a problem. So I think I'll play out Planar Ally, potentially trade with Drider. And we'll see go. I could just trade for Drider with the 3-2 and block and use this to hold off the 2-3. So this isn't bad. But Drider is a problem. Okay, Eyes. I'll trade for Drider here. He should attack with all, but Drider is just too scary. Yep. And Herd Gorger is great. Crydal, I'll just use the portable hold on. Yeah, he can just make this unblockable, so that's annoying. And since this can block the Shambling Gas, I might as well attack. I mean the Vampire Spawn. I'll scry 1 instead of gaining a life here. Arbor Pegasus is great, so I'll keep it. We can also level. No, we can't level and play it next turn because we only have 6 mana. Don't really think we need to level. Pegasus is just great. Could attack with both, but it's basically... Yeah, I'll attack with both. If he decides to double block, I can at least take out the Vampire Spawn. And I won't... Yeah, I'll take out the Vampire Spawn. And he doesn't get to kill my Veteran Engineer, because it's not going to die. Yeah, he's basically just dead here. Alright, sweet. 3-0, haven't lost a single game yet. I guess we lost 1 game, but we still won the best out of 3, so just gotta keep continuing this train and then hopefully get to 7-0. Or at least 7 wins, and that's gonna be a lot of value. Alright, 3-0, awesome. So, yeah, the value is definitely there if I can get the next win. And obviously the grand prize is, I guess, 6 wins. So, yeah, let's keep continuing. 4 draft tokens. So that's basically, essentially, 6,000 gems in value. Be on the play. Opening hand, not bad. I mean, we don't have really any ways to untap the Lurking Roper outside of the Dungeoneer, but I'll still keep. And we'll name black with this in case we top deck the Triumphant Adventure. Opponent still does nothing, okay. We can attack with it and then play the Dungeoneer. Clutches is annoying. I think I need my land drop. I think we can ditch the Portable Hole for sure. And I do want to curve out into the Dungeoneer, so Planar Ally can pretty much go. I can argue the Planar Ally because we don't have double whites. And the Portable Hole, we don't have any 2-drops, so I think this is fine. Ooh, makes me mill my Rangers class. It's rude. I still get a creature here, so we'll attack and then untap with the Veteran Engineer. Ooh, wow. Alright, this could be rough. Since the opponent has just been 2-for-1ing me, I guess I attack with both and use a rally maneuver here. Might as well to untap the Lurking Rover. Maybe we can just close out the game by being super aggressive. So I definitely want to put 2 here and then gain 4. Just want to gain the extra life, so. And this one tap the Roper. So if the opponent's just doing nothing, I can just keep slamming him all day and eventually just win the game. Westgate Region is a bomb. I still think I attack for 4 here in hopes I top deck a Lifegain creature. And yeah, we'll see go. Opponent might have to stay back for this. Okay, that's pretty annoying. So now the Westgate Region can attack, but alright. Yeah, this could just be our first loss. The opponent 4-for-1, basically 2-for-1 does twice, so it was a 4-for-2, and now he can start closing out with the Flyer. I might need to keep a card in my hand to pay the ward cost. Yeah, this is not going to do it. There's a chance I can still maybe catch him off guard if I top deck the Pegasus and he keeps attacking the Flyer. I can just hit him for 4. So the Pegasus would be my top deck I would need. I guess never mind, he has a Flyer now. So the clutches got us pretty badly. This is definitely not a game I want to mulligan. Yeah, we pretty much lose here. Bull Strength. I guess I can then tap the Roper with Bull Strength. If I attack with all, he can just block. Yeah, it's not going to work. Alright, given that he's playing the Westgate Region, which is a powerful bomb, I might need a way to interact with it. The Portable Hole doesn't seem great against him. It's still a fine card to use on something early, but it could just end up as a dead card in this game. So I could get rid of the Portable Hole. I didn't see the rest of his deck. Maybe Direwolf Prowler can go. It doesn't seem amazing. Yeah, Direwolf Prowler can probably go, and we can maybe play you choose your weapon just as a pump trick or a way to deal with the Westgate Regent once he plays it. And then the rest of this could be fine. Could also just cut the Bull Strength, but it's just a nice combat trick. Now, but we're running 13 creatures. A rally maneuver could be kind of strange, but it's also pretty strong if the opponent doesn't run a ton of removal, which does seem like this type of opponent doesn't run a ton of removal, so we'll try it like this. There's also the argument for Portable Hole, but Direwolf Prowler is one of our weaker creatures that I don't concern too much about. This hand isn't great, but I don't really want to mull against an opponent that has, yeah, I don't really want to mull against an opponent that has double clutches, so I'll just keep this and maybe play white-black early on in case I top deck the Triumphant Adventure. So he could clutches this turn, but he doesn't. So I might need to hold on to some lands. Okay, the Rangers class is great, and I do want to level it up the moment I play it, so I will play a forest, and I will level it up. And then if we can grow this and take out his Westgate Regent, that would be great. Shortcut Seeker. I do have Bull Strength that can blow through this, so I think I attack here. Bull Strength or you hear something. I think it's Bull Strength. And we still have 2 lands to discard. And I can also just gain a ton of card advantage from the Rangers class, so... Could activate this and then keep up you hear something on watch. I think we attack first. Don't really see a reason to keep up you hear something on watch. I think I'll just level this now. And then I think I'll just play this naming green or white. I think white. So now we can just get creatures off the top of our library if he makes us discard. He could make us discard and then I lose my priest, which is a little bit saddening, but whatever. So he might set up a double block. Next turn I can use spoils, but punches attacks. Wow. No respect. Okay. Go 5. I don't want to tap all whites. Ooh, Dungeoneer, that's pretty sweet. Okay. I'll just keep going off. Can scry the land to the bottom. Yeah, I'll scry the land to the bottom. He could play the clutches and make me discard 2, but I still think this is fine. And he's got land on top anyway, so if he makes me discard 2 and lose 2, then he's still making me discard a land. Hoarding Robber. Could just blow him out with this. I think I will. And yeah, I'll just play a land. If he wants to make me discard 2 forests, that's fine with me. Westgate Regent is bomb. Ooh, choose your weapon is pretty good. I still think we want to attack with the Veteran Dungeoneer into 5/5 and force some chumps. So these are must blocks. And if he attacks me with this, I still have a lot of win conditions, so... Opponent has a strong deck, but just doesn't have a lot of removal. And Westgate's gonna go, so let's take it out before it becomes an issue. I can also kill the flyer. Yep. And the opponent doesn't seem to be playing a lot of 2-drops, so I don't really think we want the Portable Hole anymore. It just doesn't seem great. seems pretty underwhelming. So I think we get rid of the portable hole since it just doesn't do much for us. Could always play a spike pit trap. Opponent has a lot of 5 toughness going on in this deck. Could also just play the Direwolf Prowler again, which is a reasonable 3-drop we can play. We have a bunch of 3s already. Maybe Spike Pit Trap isn't the worst. Can help us deal with some late game cards that are problematic. And he has a lot of 5 toughness running around, so yeah, we'll try something like this. And yeah, I think it's kind of even split now, but in the early game the question is which cards are we more interested in playing. Do you have an opponent? We might prefer green maybe, but we have slightly more white, so I'll still consider it having slightly more white than green. And then yeah, we'll try it. Hand isn't great, but again we're on a draw. We can play a Spike Pit Trap, and again he might be running 2 clutches, so I'll try it. Pull mulligans, okay, so good sign. Could clutches me here. No clutches. It's fine. Could trade off with a priest. One T Fangblade, so I don't really want to trade for the 2-1 here since this can effectively block the 2-2. I could also keep a Spoils of the Hunt or just Spoils of the Hunt now. I think I'll just Spoils now just to be mana efficient. And then just play out my land and say go. Hopefully no Westgate Regent. No, clutches isn't the worst. Okay, the Potion can go, and probably the Planar Ally since I don't really have double white and I can cast it 2 Owlbearers next turn. And I'm fine with the trade here because this can become card advantage in late game. I still want to keep a land in hand to answer the Westgate Regent, so okay. Baleful Beholder, sure. Pretty good card. I guess this is a good answer. Yeah, I guess the Spike Pit Trap is pretty good against this. I could also just play out the Hill Giant Herd Gorger. Because he could be holding on to the stupid card. I could also play Rangers class and enhance it and attack for 5. Or play out the second Owlbear in case. Because he could be holding on to clutches, and if he makes me discard Rangers class and Owlbear, that's kind of bad. Yeah, I think I need to save this for the Westgate Regent. Yeah, I could play this and then... Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll play the Rangers class. Enhance it. And then attack for 5. Which I think is worth doing. And then I'll keep the land in hand in case he has the stupid clutches. And I might need to get out my second Owlbear. Ray of Frost, sure, we'll take 6. Alright, yeah, let's move to combat. Grim Bounty, that's pretty bad. I guess the Baleful Beholder is now a creature I have to get rid of. Alright, Baleful Beholder is the problem, so now I know it's time to kill it. And I think I attack here to speed up the clock. And I'll keep my land in hand in case he also has a stupid clutches and I might need to play this. Shortcut Seeker, I can attack past it at least. You happen on a Glade can be pretty nice. I can get back a permanent like Hill Giant Herd Gorger. But I still think we attack for 5 and play the Owlbear. And this puts him back on the defensive. Ooh, Paladin class? Yeah, I'll play out the Paladin class. So yeah, I think we got this. Opponent can play maybe Westgate Regent. Guild Thief is not going to do it. I guess he can chump. But we can just take out the second Guild Thief. Yeah, if he wants to make this unblockable, we can just, you happen upon a Glade, take out one of his creatures and just win the game that way. Cool deck from the opponent, but I guess this doesn't kill it because it's still going to cost a ton of mana, so interesting notion. Might just level up. It doesn't really matter. I think we attack with both. And put a counter on the Owlbear. And then we'll decide what we want to do next turn. He's forced to just chump everything. And then I can also play You Happen Upon a Glade. And then what can I play up to follow up? Maybe I could just level up here. It really depends. Yeah, you know what? Let's just level up. And then keep up. You hear something on watch. Oh. And we got him. Sweet. Alright. 4-0. Deck is pretty busted. 2 broken enchantment classes. And yep, 4-0. Pretty sweet, so let's keep playing. No lands. Rangers class would be amazing, but meh. Okay, this hand isn't great either, but we do have You Happen Upon a Glade. Triumphant Venture is also great with You Happen Upon a Glade, so, you know, I'll keep this. I think we actually bottom 1 Unicorn, as although there is some Lifegain synergies in this deck, it's just going to be a little bit awkward casting both of them. So I think we actually bottom 1 of them, and then at least we have a defensive spell we can cast. You Happen Upon a Glade can help us fix for Triumphant Adventure, so I think I'll try this. We can kill his first hasty creature that he equips. Barbarian, okay, he's not attacking though, so that's a little bit of a letdown. Could play the Unicorn, but I think I'm happy just getting my lands for the turn. I mean, the Unicorn isn't the worst. If I cast You Happen Upon a Glade next turn, I guess this doesn't help me ramp, so I think I want to just say go. So next turn I can play the Triumphant Venture and keep up You Hear Something on watch. So if he's going to equip this, I think we want to use cast You Hear Something. It's just too much damage. Yeah, I think we might want to just cast it now. Again, don't want to get run over. Can do this now, but I think I'll just play land and then play the Celestial Unicorn. I guess we can do it next turn, so I think playing the Celestial Unicorn is fine this turn. Because next turn we can play You Happen Upon a Glade and play Triumphant Venture. At least this can maybe trade off for something annoying, like this Plundering Barbarian. Oh, that sucks. Alright. At least it's a card for a card, not the worst. But at least the opponent isn't smashing me to death. So we'll cast You Happen Upon a Glade and get some lands, green and black most preferably. Don't necessarily want to trade for a Plundering Barbarian. I'll just stay back and then maybe I'll attack with this next turn. He might have a removal spell here. Okay. Alright, at least we bait out everything. We just need to maybe find a large creature to hold off this Plundering Barbarian, or maybe this Owlbear, so that was a crazy top deck. Yeah, being on the play really does matter, especially if the opponent is playing Boots of Speed. And yeah, we're probably just dead here. Could just be our first loss, and wow, the opponent's just top decking like a madman. So Owlbear is a problem. Hill Giant Herd Gorger, trading isn't the worst. So it can come down to that. So we need the Hill Giant and maybe a trade. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Alright, could just be our first loss. The opponent has double Boots of Speed in a pretty scary aggressive deck. So definitely the Portable Hole is handy. Not too many flyers for Choose Your Weapon. Spike Pit Trap is kind of expensive. Could consider your Ambush on the road. Opponent did see one Spoils of the Hunt, but that's pretty much it. So I think it's still fine running something like this, and hopefully we know what we should keep now in our hand. Be on the play. Portable Hole is nice. Sylvan Shepherd's fine. Owlbear, sure. I do want to use this to maybe answer Boots of Speed. Basilisk. Yeah, Sylvan Shepherd's still the play. Then we can Portable Hole this next turn and maybe keep us spoils, or just spoils on this and maybe Portable Hole something else. Ooh, Compelled Duel, that's a good one. Pegasus without any creatures feels bad. Still probably the play here, so I can set up a better spoils in Portable Hole. And it's just mana efficient. Seems like the opponent's job in this deck is just to turn everything sideways. Could haul this, but maybe the hole is better answering something like Boots of Speed, so I'll save us spoils. And taking one per turn isn't the worst, so we'll just keep this up in case he has something. No Owlbear, please. And as I say that, we see an Owlbear. I don't really want to use spoils on an Underdark Basilisk, so we'll say go. Rangers class is pretty good. I could set up a double block, but that doesn't seem great. Guess now I can Portable Hole the Underdark Basilisk. And we could double block, but again, not great. I'll attack. Hopefully get some better value. Like maybe another land would be great into Owlbear. So I'll take 6. So either way, keeping both these cards wouldn't have been great since I wouldn't be able to double block. Potion of healing. Sure. Double green finally. Yeah, I'll attack for 3 in the air. Sorry, that was a misplay. Huge misplay. Okay. I guess I'll just gain some life. Could also use spoils in 2 for 1 myself. Yeah, I should have maybe activated this, not sure. That was bad. Yeah, we'll just say go. I guess I can gain haste now. I guess I can respond to the pump. And I'll just activate the life gain so I don't get run over. Owlbear, sure. Guess I'm forced to stay back now. Yeah, no reason to attack. Maybe we can go for some sort of quad block on this, or triple block. Just need to stay alive, basically. Frogahemith is a bomb. Alright, I think we need to block here and maybe double block here. And hope he doesn't have anything. Oh no, spoils, sure. And he gets to gain 2 counters off of this, that's really annoying. So we're definitely in a rough spot. Rally maneuver could be maybe something that can save me. Although I don't have anything to cast along with it. I can use this to first strike away to 6/6, but then I'm going to be dead, so I think I'm forced to play. Can I survive though? Probably not, because this has trample, so never mind, GG's. Alright, the opponent had a really good deck. Also had a pretty decent start as well, but that spoils was a blowout, so could have placed that rating in front of the owlbear, but I'll be taking too much damage. I mean, the Frogahemith. Alright, so first loss. I still got a good amount of gems back, but the dream of 6 wins might not be viable if I lose one more time. So, alright, second chance. Let's do this. We can cantrip, and I guess the potion of healing is pretty good, the double celestial unicorns, so not bad. Just need to make sure I play both of these out, and as I say that, we're playing against Mr. Boots of Speed. Was this the same opponent? I'm hoping not. I think this isn't the same name. Okay, it's a red-black player. Okay, at least the opponent isn't smashing me. So just gotta drop both my celestial unicorns and then activate this to go off. Bugbear is scary. I could just trade off the first one for the Bugbear, which could be reasonable too. Since I would need to gain 2 extra life to get this out of range, it might be reasonable to trade. If he has a removal spell, that would suck. Okay, just anticipating here. I'm happy with the trade if he goes for it. Price of loyalty. Please no removal spell, and I'm fine with the trade here, definitely. Dungeoneer, okay. I probably prefer to play the Celestial Unicorn to grow it first, and then play the Dungeoneer to grow it again. It's a little bit of an off-curve play, but I still think it's fine. Just want to get some value off of this Potion of Healing. Worst case scenario, I end up trading this anyways, and then playing out Planar Ally. Hoarding Ogre with Boots, I guess, qualifies. Since I would need to grow it out of range again. Yeah, this sucks, but I think I need to block this. I might not need to activate the potion then, because I could have the Glade Walker I might want to get back, but yeah, this is bad. Just need to lower the amount of pressure he has. And he's just going to keep draining me the Warlock class. I don't think I heal yet. And I don't think I'll regret not healing. Paladin class, Planar Ally. You can easily play a creature to give haste, so I don't know, do I trade off for Planar Ally? I'm just hoping he just whiffs and doesn't have any more creatures left. Earth Elemental, definitely not one I want to see. This sucks. I guess I'll sacrifice my Lifegain potion now because I think the lands are important. And I'll take 6. At least the Warlock class isn't completely activated yet. Yeah, there's no reason to block this. Might need to force a double block. Owlbear. Let's see. Owlbear allows me to draw. It's a better card than Veteran Dungeoneer though. So if I play the Veteran Dungeoneer and I play Paladin class, maybe this trading for both of these could just be better instead of the Owlbear. I think that's probably it. And do I want to gain a life or scry? Probably gain a life at this point, or scry. Let's gain a life. I have enough value in my hand. Could be important. And we'll just double block this 7/6. Maybe as a removal, I guess I might be forced to chump, which is pretty bad. Oh no, a Grim Bounty, seriously? So if I take 7 here, I mean, it's not the worst. If he activates a Warlock class, though, I just lose the game next turn. At the same time, there's no winning line of play for blocking, so I'll take 7. And then I guess the Warlock class will trigger end of turn. Yeah, this deck is just nutty. So I guess my only hope now is Owlbear into something good. And then, yeah, it's not going to work, so never mind. Opponent has a busted black-red deck. And I guess this is kind of like the, I guess at 4 wins, it's pretty much the final bosses of the game. So, yeah, this is fine. I'll still keep. Being on the play now could be different. But I need to realize that the opponent's deck is really aggressive and that's some pretty powerful stuff. This hand sucks, unfortunately. If I had white mana, this would be amazing, but I can't really afford to keep this. This hand also isn't great, but I'll keep. Maybe I ditch the Rally Maneuver and keep the rest of these. I can also just ditch the Sylvan Shepherd. Could be a constant way to gain life. Rally Maneuver could be fine, but kind of clunky. So I think I'd rather just bottom this, and at least a potion can help me cantrip. I could also keep this. Maybe Sylvan Shepherd isn't that great, and we have enough life gain. Yeah, we'll try. We'll try this instead. And then maybe top, because this could be really powerful with a large creature. So I'm kind of banking that the Rally Maneuver pays off. Hobgoblin Captain, pretty good. I think I'm fine just playing out the Priest. I could also just use the Portable Hole, but I might want to save the Portable Hole for something better. And this is just on curve. Yeah, I guess I'll just use it now, maybe. Celestial Unicorn, though. I guess that's a pretty nice turn for us. We can exile this. And then we can play out the Unicorn and activate the potion next turn to grow it. Hoarding Ogre is pretty strong. Guess I'm fine attacking. Offering to trade. Maybe I'll sack it now. I don't care if he gains treasures, honestly. I think this is worth it. Maybe we just kill him before he ramps down to something large. But I guess by attacking here, he can get the 6/6 out, which could be pretty bad. But I still don't want to trade because he has a removal spell regardless. So, right, he gets to make some treasures. Sure. We're still waiting to race, I think. Land, please. Boots, Shambling Gas, okay. Land is good. Paladin class is sweet too, and then Rally Maneuver can blow him out next turn if he isn't careful. Warlock class, not the scariest. So I can attack with both next turn. Could just Paladin's class next turn. And then just pump it up. That could be pretty strong. But Rally Maneuver could also just blow him out. Really depends. Let's say I Paladin class and I grow everything. He double blocks, he kills my Celestial Unicorn. I guess I can still play Rally Maneuver, that's pretty insane. No, I guess I can't. So I might want to use Rally Maneuver and just blow him out this turn. I think I will do that instead of playing Paladin class. I guess I want to deal more damage to him. So what I want to do is I want to give this first strike and then give this the O2 and lifelink. So I can grow the Celestial Unicorn as well. And then Paladin class next turn should be able to maybe seal the game. Alright, so it's not over yet. Opponent does have a scary deck too, but... So it's all about down to luck pretty much. Yeah, we'll keep it. Opponent's probably going to be on play, of course. And this hand, no black mana for the Triumphant Adventure. It's not great, so it's going to be a long time before we can do anything, but we're on a draw, so I'll risk it. Alright, this could just be a terrible keep. Black mana off the top would be a godsend. Yeah, this is just a bad keep. But I guess the opponent also doesn't have an amazing start. No Hulking Bugbear, please. Right, so Wanty Fangblade. It's pretty good. Happen on the Glade is pretty nice, so now I can find a green mana and black mana to go off, maybe. But he gets to Venture here, which is annoying. I mean, I don't even need to cast You Happen upon a Glade, really. Like, maybe I can use this to get back a permanent. Like, it does help me splash for Veteran Adventure, but honestly, Yeah, I'll do it anyways. I mean, it's still digging lands out of my hand, which can be pretty important. I don't really want to draw too many lands, so we'll get a black source and then a green source. Probably has a removals lined up for the Veteran Dungeoneer. We probably want to scry here too. Upon the land, thank God. And we'll trade here for the 2/2. It's not a great trade, but I'll do it. Because I don't want him to keep venturing and making treasure tokens. Hoarding Ogre is pretty good. So he's probably gonna have a removal spell for the owlbear. But what else do I do here? I could play Rangers class and keep up Bull Strength for you hear something on watch. Or I can play out the Triumphant Adventure now, but he'd be pretty happy to trade for it. I mean, trading for the Triumphant Adventure also isn't that bad. But maybe owlbear is still worth it. This can maybe disincentivize an attack. Like even if he makes treasures, I think it's mana efficient and I can save the rest of these cards for maybe something better. Tiger Tribe Hunter, at least he isn't going to be attacking with it anytime soon. Okay, this is a good turn for me, so I could attack. But it doesn't seem great because he's probably just going to take it. What I need to, I could also play out the Ouroboreal Pegasus and develop. There's also Rangers class, which is pretty good. I might want to keep up some combat tricks though. So out of all these combat tricks, which one do I want to keep around? Maybe Adventure isn't that bad, but he can easily play something to get rid of it. Maybe just Rangers class here could be nice. And then maybe a Triumphant Adventure just in case. I don't want to activate the Rangers class. I mean, I can attack, but that doesn't seem worth it. I'll just say go. I mean, he does have the Tiger Tribe Hunter, which can sack something and take out the Triumphant Adventure, but I still think I need to risk it a bit here. Price of loyalty, that's annoying. So now he can sack my owlbear. That's annoying. Yeah, that's really annoying. Hoarding over triggers, sure. Yeah, I guess that triggers too. I guess I could have maybe killed his creature. I guess, yeah, this is annoying. I could have actually made, I guess I could have killed the Tiger Tribe Hunter. Yeah, I'll take that. Be stupid, but I'll take it. I can still untap my creature next turn. Lurking Roper is quite good. So Lurking Roper is pretty nice here, so that can hold back the 3/3. And I can also attack with the Ouroboreal Pegasus and enhance my 2/2. I guess I didn't level this up yet, but it's fine. Okay, so he's just gonna make more treasures and I'll be taking 3 again. So annoying. But he's running out of resources, so it's not that bad. Warlock class though is bad. So I might need to do some sort of untap trick to maybe ambush him. so he definitely kept something good on top, probably a removal spell maybe. But he can't really level this up next turn, so I'll take 3. I guess he can, so I'll be taking 6 perhaps. Either way, there's no good blocks, so I'll take it. Pretty annoying, so I'll take another 3 damage here. And that's not good, so I guess I'll level here. I guess I can also... It's not wrong leveling again, so I'll level again. And I will attack with the Ouroboros Pegasus and enhance it. I could also maybe set up a double block instead. Yeah, maybe I should have done that. That was pretty bad. So now I'm basically forced to block the 3/3 and use Bull Strength instead of double blocking and maybe doing something else. Okay, I'll take a Dragon's Fire. So now I can maybe untap the Ouroboros Pegasus and block the Hoarding Ogre. Or Bugbear, but I think the Hoarding Ogre is dope. I guess we're just dead, right? Yeah, we're just dead. Because we'll be taking 6 and then he kills the creature, so yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. Pretty close match, but I mean it wasn't close, his deck was just better. And here comes the Warlock class killing me, yeah. Yeah, that's disappointing. But whatever, we got 4-0, still got back 2 draft tokens. Or 3, I think it's 2, right? But it goes to show you, you know, there's a lot more better players at the top end of the draft challenge. But we still got 4 wins, which is fine. But the last opponent, I think we were pretty much, yeah, it felt like we were evenly matched. The one prior to that where it just got run over in red-green was, yeah, that was kind of disappointing too, but regardless, we still did pretty well and got 2 draft tokens, so we can still fire off maybe another draft after this. I might not have enough time still though, just do the personal time constraints. So yeah, 4 wins. Hey, 3 player draft tokens, so hey, we got back 150 gems in value for doing this, so yeah, not bad at all. Either way, we did pretty well, so it's almost equivalent to almost 7 drafts. So how much games are this? This is like 3, so it's 3, 6, 7. I think it's at least maybe slightly above 7 wins in Premier Draft. But anyways, here's the deck. The only thing that we were lacking was maybe a Steadfast Paladin or some more spot removal, but either way, it was a pretty cool deck with both Rangers class and Paladin class as stand-up bombs, and splashing for the Triumphant Adventure wasn't bad either, just giving us that extra defensive creature we might need, but we'll claim our prize. And yeah, 3 draft tokens plus 10 packs is probably worth it. If I can squeeze in a million drafts again, might be able to do the draft challenge before it's over, but might not be fast enough, so let's crack some packs. Pack 1, pick 1. Adventures in the Forgotten Realm. I'll take a fighter class. Ray of Enfeeblement's also pretty strong. I mean, if I want to force Black Red, maybe Ray of Enfeeblement's worth it. It's just really efficient at 1 mana, being a nice combat trick, and then just being able to just take down a creature is nice. Fighter's class is also pretty awesome if you can assemble the red-white equipment stack as well, and it's a little bit more flavorful. But yeah, I would probably still take Ray. Not sure between these two. Fighter class isn't like an amazing card, but in red-white is kind of like a really nice upside if you end up drafting it. But maybe Ray's still the pick here to lean towards black-red, and it's just a nice combat trick. Brunor is a bomb. Hive of the Eye Tyrant is decent as well. It's okay. There's also Price of Loyalty if you want to force black-red. Null Hunter is pretty good. Feywild Trickster in the red-white dice rolling deck is good. Arboreal Pegasus is also a nice white common. But still maybe take Bruenor here and lean towards red-white equipments. It's just a powerful card. And you can always pick up Price of Loyalty later. The black creature land's also just okay. Triumphant Venture is also a really fun card to first pick. Lurking Roper as well, great for the green-white Lifegain deck. Best common is probably Hill Giant Herd Gorger. Between these two, I'll probably still take Triumphant Adventure. Just insane in the white-black deck that's looking to speedrun dungeons. Lurking Roper is also great. So they're kind of actually both close in power level, but the Triumphant Adventure, even though it's a lot less flexible, is great. I'll take a white here, just a nice 2-for-1. And with Feign Death, this card can be pretty annoying since it can just come back and keep making another 2-2 and exiling creatures. Priest of the Ancient Lore is also great. Happen on the Glade is nice, but still probably take Priest over it. I'll take another Priest. Tiger Tribe Hunter, as we saw from the previous game, also was pretty solid in the black-red sacrifice deck, but you rather just have cheaper sacrifice outlets like Sepulchral or Deadly Dispute. Either way, it's still a fine red uncommon in the black-red deck. Hobgoblin Captain is also very good 2-drop, but as the set moves on, I might be more inclined to just... This card isn't really that great in the black-red deck. Still really good in red-white, or I guess red-green, still serviceable in red-black, but as the set has kind of died down, it seems like Hobgoblin Captain I haven't rated too highly, but I'll still probably take it here in case we end up red-green or red-white. This is probably the best 2-drop in the set, but Priest is also great. I'll take Reaper's Talisman. Never mind. I'll take Loth and then Reaper's Talisman, and then Prosperous Innkeeper as my options of choice. This is just the best card in the set, probably, and this is also the Mythic Uncommon. Prosperous Innkeeper, great card, best in white-green Lifegain. Still serviceable in ramp, but not going to be at its best in every green deck. Green-red especially, it's not great. Eliwick is a fun planeswalker, not a bomb, but a really fun one, especially if you can constantly venture with this. And, you know, it's just a nice value card in the late game as well, just being able to use the ability to search up creatures. It's highly unlikely you end up gaining the 3 life, but the -2 ability just helps you find your Herd Gorgers and finishers in the late game and quality creatures, but the venture half of it is also nice. So, Eliwick is a fun card. I would first pick it. Westgate Region is just a bomb. Yeah, basically 5-mana 4/4 flying, hard to deal with. Just gets out of hand, and then if the opponent wants to kill this, they're forced to discard this card, so it's already a 2-for-1. So card's pretty busted. And then other good cards include maybe Null Hunter, Ginny Windseer, Shambling Gas, pretty good in the black-red treasures deck. And Triumphant Venture versus Bruenor. Bruenor is maybe slightly better, or maybe they're both close. I don't know. Depends on the archetype, and I've kind of come down on the red-white equipments deck. It's like most of the equipments aren't great outside of maybe Boots of Speed, Dueling Rapier, or maybe the Plate Armor. But this is definitely one of the more important uncommons to have in the red-white equipments deck. But Triumphant Venture is also very powerful in the black-white speed run dungeons deck. Yeah, I mean, both of these are actually kind of close, I think. I don't know which one I would take, but I would maybe gamble on the rare because it's a lot more fun, and it's kind of like, it's a rare, so there's a chance we still end up in red-whites. Bruenor could wheel, but yeah, the rare is pretty fun. And I guess the rare is also splashable, whereas Bruenor is splashable, but it's only really playable if you have a lot of equipments. This pack sucks. Boots of Speed, Ray of Frost, Precipitous Drop. Wouldn't mind actually taking Boots of Speed. Just really impressed by this card. Very efficient and can close out games pretty quickly. So there you have it. There is our draft challenge. Was planning to do maybe another Premier draft, but I do have some personal matters coming up, so I can't really afford to extend this draft video. Otherwise, I would have happily fit in a Premier draft. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good one. Bye.